Record. All right, you guys. Hello. We are recording. It is September 3rd, 2019. Hi, friends. It's so good to see everybody. It is Tuesday. These are my favorite nights. So, y'all, we are coming at you with one of our new favorite topics to talk to you guys about, and that is I'm sure you guys have heard the saying about 900 million times. You are what your vibe attracts your tribe, right? Like, we've heard that saying about 900 million times. If you're in network marketing, your vibe attracts your tribe. But it's so freaking true. Like, y'all, it's so true. It is like too true. So true that we have made an entire call to talk to you guys about that. Okay? Because we want to bring attention to this subject because it is very, very important. It really does what you're putting out there, and it's not necessarily there's two sides of it too, you guys. And I think a lot of people don't realize that it's twofold, but it is truly twofold. There is the social media side of things and what you're putting on your social media, because what you're putting on your social media, y'all, that's like your billboard, right? We just had a bunch of team calls kind of talking about social media, and just, that's kind of where we're moving on to this subject, because your social media is going to be like the number one thing that is going to be, attracting people. However, the second half of that, the second part, the second fold, is really about your business mindset, okay? And how do you view this business? How do you view yourself a part of this business, right? So we're going to talk to you guys a little bit about that. I'm going to pass it off to either Megan and Jermaine, kind of get the conversation started about this. And I am sure you guys will hear lots from me. But we really just thought that this would be kind of a great topic to bounce off of what we have been talking with you guys. So if you haven't hopped on the couple of team calls the past few weeks, I really recommend to going back and checking out the recordings of those, because we really do go into a lot of detail about social media and just how to utilize your social media so that you guys can be attracting the right people to your business. So Megan, Jermaine, do you guys, either one of you guys want to start this? I know, Jermaine, this is kind of your wheelhouse here too. Who wants to get the convo started?
I can start it. I'll get this party started. Let's do this because I'll miss you guys. Super excited to be back in action with y'all. So let's talk about business mindset and attracting people to your business. Because you know what, we get a lot of people coming to us saying, or their biggest struggle is, how do I attract people that want to work the business? How do I attract leaders? How do I attract people that are invested in this? And a lot of it is definitely going to come to your mindset. And are you treating it like a business, or are you treating it like a hobby? If you're treating this like a hobby, and you might think, well, why would that matter? No one's going to know if I'm like actually treating it like a hobby. But I'm telling you, it is going to come through. It's going to come through in the way you talk to people. It's going to come through in the way you present yourself, and it's going to come through on your social media. So if you're treating this like a hobby and not a business, and you don't fully have that belief, like this is a business and that big vision, then you're going to struggle with attracting people who see it as the business, have the vision, people that are invested in this. And so it really does come down to mindset. Mindset is literally, in this business, everything, you guys, everything. So if you don't have that faith, if you're like, I'm not sure if this is going to work, I don't know if I'm cut out for this, and you have all of those doubts and those self-limiting beliefs, that's going to come through when you talk to people, and you're not going to attract leaders. And if your social media is janky, I'm just going to use that word because I don't know a better word right now, but if your social media is like bunny filters and complaining and things that we've talked about in the other previous team calls, then you're not going to attract people who are serious about the business. So, and I know, and it's kind of this weird progression, okay? So when we all started, I used to enroll people that did not work the business, like at all. And we're all going to still enroll people that aren't 100% invested. You guys are on this call right now because you guys are business builders, right? And you can attract business builders, but it also does take time. And what it takes time is time and consistency. And so in the beginning, I attracted a lot of people who did not work business. And I was constantly, refilling that well, rebuilding my team, people that didn't want to work, dragging people, And so as you evolve as a leader, as you evolve on your social media, you start to then attract more and more people who want to work the business, who are leaders, right? But you have to start positioning yourself as a leader. You have to start thinking like a leader. You have to start acting like a leader. And so if you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you're not consistent, you're not doing your daily income producing activities, why should you attract a leader? Why should you attract someone that's going to run if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am a leader and I'm doing all of the things that leaders do? Then you're not going to attract people that want to work this business. And I know Jermaine's going to piggyback next.
It's true, you guys. So I'm like Megan. In the beginning, we all are like this. So if we tell you something, like if you ask us to review your profile because you're brave and you can handle the criticism, and if we bring you something, it's not because we're trying to put you down. It's because we know what it's like to begin there, because that's how we all began, you guys. So the reason why we're able to teach these things to you is because it's things we used to do. And Megan's right. It's your mindset. So if you believe that you can't track anybody that wants to work their business, or you can't recruit anyone that wants to work their business, you're not going to. And if you constantly tell yourself, and people tell me this all the time, I just can't recruit anybody who wants to work. People tell me that all the time. And you know who the people who are that tell me that? They're people who don't actually work their business. So they work their business like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Saturday, they stayed up late because their kid wouldn't go to bed. So they didn't work their business Saturday, Sunday. Monday, they were so tired because of the weekend. They didn't work their business on Monday. Then Tuesday, they come to me and they're like, I'm so ready. It's the beginning of the month. Let's do this. And it's the same thing over and over and over again. And you can't fake that. People can tell. Like, I know you think people don't know what's going on and you can put on this facade and everything's going to be okay, but it's not, you guys. People can tell who's truly working their business and who's not working their business. And it's the same thing for you. So if people look at you, like if there's somebody you really want to recruit and they don't feel comfortable working with you, don't be offended. You have to be honest with yourself. When you chose your upline, did you choose your upline because they were like, in and out? Or did you choose your upline because you felt in your heart that they could lead you to the destination that you wanted to get to? And just because that's not who you are today, that doesn't mean that that can't be who you are next month, next year, in 2 years, whatever. Because I'm telling you guys, like your mindset shift, that is the biggest change that you have to make. So Chastity just commented on the side here, but Chastity is like a very big example, you guys. If you've been here from like day one, if you joined when we first launched this group in July last year, right? Chastity joined us, you guys, but she quit because she thought that our mission was like a lose weight quick kind of thing. And that's not what we're about. So when she told me she couldn't do this, I said, it's fine. Like, go follow your heart. She left and she wasn't sure. And you can tell that because she was with us and then not with us, and then with us and then not with us. And I'm not throwing her under the bus, you guys. She will tell you that this is true. But the whole thing is, if you followed Chastity, you can tell that her commitment level that she has today, it is not the same commitment level that she had in October of last year. She's a completely different person. And every single month that goes by, I can see her growing. And you want to know what changed? She just started to believe that she can do this. And so because she believes that she can do this, her team started to duplicate, her team started to believe that they can do it, and every single thing started to fall into place, you guys. And it's the same for you. A big thing, like Megan mentioned, is your profile. You guys have beautiful faces. Like, stop with like the fox ears or the bunny ears or like the glasses, like the Snapchat filters. Keep that on Snapchat, you guys. Don't bring that over here. If you want to use those things, put it in your stories. Now, I still think that you don't need it in your stories because it's just, to me, it's kind of weird. To me, it screams amateur. No offense if you love them, but to me, it screams amateur. So don't post that on your profile. If you want to use those filters, leave it in your stories. That's where you're supposed to have fun. But think about yourself, okay? So we're not trying to judge you or like whatever you, but think about yourself. If there was this business that, yeah, you're thinking about it, you might want to do it, and you're scrolling your feed, and let's just use Megan, right? We're going to pretend that every single post that Megan posts, it has like the halo from Snapchat, the flowers, right? Or like the freckles, like the Moana freckle thing. Like, you know how many people told me I should use that? I said, I don't need that Snapchat, guys. I'm from an island. That Snapchat is my life. I don't need that stuff. But can you just imagine if every single post Megan posted had like the glasses or fox ears or bunny ears, or what do they do on Snapchat? Would you guys take her seriously? Because I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to join Megan because she can put all these words out there, but she's hiding behind a filter. Why is she hiding? Do you guys ever think about that? So that is the reason why I tell you, like, put your best face forward. And I'm not saying you have to wear makeup and you have to have like the best like background. None of that stuff matters. But show who you are, because that's when you're going to start to attract the people who are just like you. And it is so weird, you guys, because I have not worked in a bank for like, I think 3 years now, but I keep attracting people who work in banks. I don't even talk about banking, but you really attract who you are. But there's also a catch here. So you attract who you are, but more so you attract who you believe you are. So if you are putting yourself out there that you are this amazing leader, but deep down in your heart, you don't feel like you're a leader because you feel like you always have to hide behind your upline, or you feel like maybe you can't lead a team call, or you don't volunteer to do the live videos in our sneak peek because you feel like your word is not valuable. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to start to attract people who are not really going to take their business seriously because you don't believe in yourself. That's okay. We all start there, but you have to realize that this is a problem so that you can start working on it. For me, that was the biggest change in the wine business. That was, so in my first company, I did not believe in myself, you guys. I hid behind filters. I did all the things that were telling you not to do. I did it because I thought it made me look cool, but it doesn't make you look cool. Back then, it probably wasn't so bad as it is now, but it didn't work, you guys. I attracted all kinds of people who didn't want to work. I attracted people who were not like me. I attracted weirdos. Like, it was just a hot mess. And then we went to wine, and that's when I learned how to actually work my business like a business. I learned about all like the network marketing people that I can follow, Ray Higdon, Eric Worre, all the stuff, right? All the things. And they were the ones who made me realize that who cares that I don't know what I'm doing? I can learn how to do what I'm doing because they learned it too. And that was when I decided to fully work on personal development. And that's when everything changed. So what do you have to do? So you have to do the income producing activities. I'm not telling you like to just sit down for like 500 days and just read books and like kumbaya, my love, whatever. You have to do the income activity, the income producing activities. Do that every single day. But you want to know what you need to work on harder? You need to start working on yourself harder than you do anything else in this business, and everything else will fall into place. Your post on social media, it'll come to you easy because your mindset is there. Inviting people, it's not going to be so scary because you want to know why. You're going to believe that what you have here is a gift, and the people who tell you no, that's a good thing because those are not your people and they're not meant to be in your business. And you know how like leaders leave businesses and a lot of us were like, oh my God, like we got to pull everybody in and don't let them go. I don't worry about that, you guys. You want to know why? Because the people who choose to leave and go to another business, they're whatever part they were supposed to play in my journey, they didn't. They're gone. And I know that when they leave, I'm going to get 3 times better what they left. So that's what, and you want to know why? It's not because I'm better than you, or I'm smarter than you, or I have higher education, or because I live in Texas, or I'm from an island, or I'm a boy mom. None of those things. You want to know what it is? It's only my mindset. I learned to like truly believe in this business, in this industry, in myself, and everything we have here. And everything is so easy for me. And I promise you, if you just start doing it over and over and over and over, it'll come to you too. Now you want to make it quicker? If you want to make it quicker, you got to start going to events. That was the one thing I did right since day one of my journey in network marketing. I went to every single event, even when I wasn't making money. My very first event that I went to, I borrowed it. So Josh was out to sea, and he said, if you make the money, you can go. Well, I didn't make the money. So you know what I did? I borrowed it from our friend and told them, don't you dare tell Josh I borrowed this money from you. I will pay you back in 6 months. And I worked at the bank where he banked that, so he knew not to mess with me, okay? So I borrowed the money from a friend. I went to the convention, and ever since then, I never missed any single freaking event as long as my job allowed me to go. Now, even when I was in the wine business, you guys, I think I was still on food stamps the very first event that we had. You gotta get yourself to events because that makes the biggest difference in the world. This company, when we had our first event in Kelly, November, I think we had our first event in November. I joined in July. I was not really making that much money yet because it was new. I still went to that event. And I want to say in November, I made $1,000, right? Income disclaimer, we all make different amounts here based on your efforts, whatever, that disclaimer. But I went to the event and I made $1,000 that month. Coming out of that event, that following month, I made $4,000, you guys. What happened? My mindset changed. So we have convention coming up, you guys. I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to make $1,000 at convention and then you come back from convention and you're going to make $5,000. I'm not guaranteeing you that, but I promise you, every single event that I went to, my income grew. And there are so many people that you can talk to that's going to tell you the same exact thing. So if you're thinking about going to convention, you guys, I'm literally shooting in your brain what you need to do to get your business better. So if you're really thinking about convention, ask yourself, how can I get there? There are lots of people who need roommates, you guys. We will make it as affordable as possible. If we need to be like sardines in a room, we will do it. But you really need to get your butt there so that you can start believing in yourself and believing in what you have. Wait, let me read these comments. Somebody wants to go to an event, but they're nervous. We're all nervous. My very first event. So before my very first event, I never flew anywhere by myself. I always traveled with my family. Until today, I struggle booking tickets because my boy's grandma works for United. So she books all my tickets. So when I have to book it myself, you guys, it's anxiety. But my very first event that I went to, I traveled all by myself. I stayed in Hawaii at the time. I traveled to Vegas and my upline wasn't the best person in the world, okay? Because she knew I was coming at 8 o'clock in the morning. She knew I had anxiety. She knew I never traveled alone. And guess what she did? She got drunk until 5 in the morning and I was trapped outside of the hotel, dragging my bag in a freaking casino with people smoking like a little lost child until, okay? So if I survived, you're going to survive. Let's go.
So true. Everyone is so nervous to go to convention the first time. You're going to convention, meeting strangers in a way, right? You know these people, but I will tell you right now, we're not strangers. And when you actually get there, you're gonna be like, oh my God, it's like connecting with friends that you've known your entire life. We all have, I mean, and Jermaine's right. The first convention I went to in my very first company, I was not making money. That's one thing I did right from the beginning too, was I went to every event. And something happens when you go to an event with your mindset, it solidifies it more and more and more. So don't be nervous. Like she said, we have roomies, we will shower you with love. And it's literally, it's mind blowing and go to your first event, and what it does, it brings it all full circle. We're all independent, right? Entrepreneurs working our business by ourselves. We're all doing it online. When you go to an event, what it does is it makes it real. It makes it like, wow, these are actually real people. These are my real friends. This business is real. The vision is real. Like everything then comes full circle, and it all just feels more tangible to you. That makes sense.
Yeah. I totally agree. You guys, events are really worth it. Obviously we don't like get anything, like I'm not like earning commission or something off you guys coming to events. Like we legitimately are telling you guys to come to events because it's going to help push your business. Like you are going to see an influx because people are like, you want to know what happens? Your audience is going to take you a lot more seriously. They're going to see, oh, wow, she's going to an event. So that means she had to invest in travel tickets, hotels. That's a scary thing for her to be doing or him to be doing for them to be, you know, jumping into a new world of people that they don't know, right? Like there's it takes you to a whole nother level with your audience, you guys. Okay. So if you feel like credibility is something that you're struggling with, especially if you're new and you feel like you have maybe planted a billion seeds and you're just anxiously waiting for those seeds to sprout, to come back to you, you know, an event that's going to speed up that bloom process, that harvest process. Okay. That's kind of, it just creates so much excitement and so much momentum from going to these things. And that's a big reason as to why, is because people really, really do see you then as a lot more credible, that you are dedicated to this business. Like I hate to say it, but let's be honest, in this industry, it's really easy to hop around, right? So your audience wants to know, like, do you really love the products the way that you say you do? Do you really love the business the way that you say you do, right? So when you go to an event, it shows them, wow, she is dedicated. She is loving it. And I'm just saying he as well, you know, it totally changes everything. So where do we go from here? How do we really have you guys attract your tribe, right? The first thing, obviously, if you haven't figured it out, it's to start with yourself. Like that has to happen first. Okay. So I really, honestly, I challenge you every morning to stand in front of your mirror or write it down, something that you are. I am. Have a sentence that starts with I am. I am badass. I am a great leader. I am whatever it may be. Okay. These are just examples I'm obviously throwing out for you guys. Write it down every single day, because when you are repeating those things into your mind, it sounds stupid. If you say, you know, write it down every single day. I am a great leader. It sounds like, oh, Kelly, that's nothing. Like, I'm not going to really get anything from that. Literally, your brain, there is like science behind it, you guys, where your brain starts to believe the things that you are saying. This is how manifestation works, you guys, because your brain really truly believes the things that you are constantly thinking and repeating into your thoughts. Okay. So try to retrain your thoughts. It really is a mindset shift. So until you can come to that realization of what is included in a mindset shift. And it's not just like saying, oh yeah, I'm a great leader. Like, no, bro, you really got to believe that shit. Like, you've really got to believe it. And I cannot stress that part enough, because if you take it back to both Megan and Jermaine's stories about how they were when they first started, again, my story is pretty much the exact same. Won't bore you guys with it, but I had the same mentality. I just was really excited for a sale. That's what it was for me. I wanted a sale. I didn't give a shit. I just wanted a sale. Like, I just wanted to, you know, bam, bam, bam. But it's so much more than just getting a sale. Okay. And getting a sale is exciting. Don't get me wrong, but that's not what I wanted to be attracting. That's not my people. Like, those are the people that just are in and out, you know, like they They don't want to learn. They don't want to grow. Those people were in and out as fast as I was in and out with the sale. You know what I mean? So that's not what we're trying to do here. And so you've got to really start with yourself. So I really encourage you guys to start there and write down for 30 days an I am sentence every single day. Start it tomorrow. And then the second thing too, you guys, is gratitude. Okay. Get into the habit of journaling gratitude every day. I know you're like, Kelly, how are these things going to really help me attract my tribe? You want to know how? Because if these are the things that you're thinking about, these are the things you're most likely going to be talking about on your social media, okay? These are the things you're going to be putting out to the world. Like I get chills literally right now thinking about how, you know, grateful I am for a lot of the things in my life. And so I want to make sure that those feelings are what I'm putting out to the universe, out into my social media, out into what people are seeing of me, right? Because that's the stuff I want people to come back to me and say, ooh, I like that vibe. I like that positive spin. Stop being so negative about everything, okay? Like I could easily be sitting here right now bitching about the fact that I am stuck in Fort Myers because there's a hurricane and I'm tired and I want to see my dogs and I could have a bajillion excuses for you guys right now if I really truly wanted to, but I'm choosing to not focus on those things. I'm choosing, like literally you have to stop your brain sometimes and you have to stop yourself from thinking those negative thoughts and say, no, literally I tell myself no, like in my head sometimes. It sounds crazy, but it's true. You have to stop yourself from thinking of those negative thoughts, and gratitude is a really, really good way to do that. So start with an I am, do your gratitude. Okay. Those are the top things. And get out of your damn comfort zone, okay? Get out of it. You want to take a yoga class? Go take your yoga class. You want to talk to somebody on your chicken list? Go talk to somebody on your chicken list. You want to know why? Because you're badass. You're freaking awesome, okay? And you're a great leader and you're going to be successful. You know what? You are successful. You're not going to be. You are right now in this moment successful. Okay, get that into your mind now. And if you catch yourself, who's catching themselves right now doubting that success? I know you said it into your mind. I know you said, oh, you know what? I am successful. Am I successful? And like, did you do that? Okay, because I've been there where I think I'm going to tell myself I'm successful. And then that little voice in the back of my head's like, are you going to be successful here? Right? Like, who did I just catch doing that? I'm not just rhetorically speaking, but it really is a shift, you guys. Okay. So start with those tips that I have for you. Start with an I am sentence, dive into gratitude, and get out of your comfort zone at least once a week. Okay. So that's all I got. Does anything else?
I am statements are huge. Affirmations are huge. And you know, I just want to make a point that you're not going to believe it at first. You're not. But that's okay. You're reprogramming your brain. Your brain is a very reprogrammable thing that you can control. It's an amazing thing. So I would encourage you to write down like 5 I am statements, honestly, not just one, and stand in a mirror every day with conviction. I am an amazing leader. I am a 6-figure earner, whatever it is that you want you to be, and say them to yourself and look yourself in the mirror with posture and say them loud and proud every single day in a mirror. Gonna sound dumb. You're gonna at the beginning be like, how is this gonna do me any good? But after weeks of that, months of that, a year of that, you create the person that you want to be. Tony Robbins gets on stage and he's like, I didn't just wake up and become this person. I created this person. Like, if you've ever listened to Tony Robbins' story, it's incredible. You can train yourself. It's daily conditioning. That's what it is. It's daily conditioning, but it takes discipline and you have to commit to it. If you want to be all in and you want this business to succeed for you, you got to be all in with the things that we're telling you to do. And you got to get up every morning and start your day with some of these things, the gratitude, the affirmations, and the personal development that we're telling you. every single day. Think how unstoppable you will be if you did that every single day. I have a lot of people that are like, God, everything you touch turns to gold. Well, everything I used to touch turned to shit. I trained myself to be this person that everything I touch turns to gold, because I do things every single day. And I've done it for years now, right? For a couple of years. So I'm training myself who I want to become. Y'all got to level up. If you want to recruit leveled up people who want to work the business, leaders in the business, you got to level up yourself. And it's not by sleeping in. It's not by negative self-talk. It's not by self-limiting beliefs. It's not by, you have to do the things. You have to do all the things. So yeah.
Visualize yourself already there. Uh-oh, am I frozen?
You're good. You're good. That's a big one, you guys. There's I'm pretty sure Megan still does this, but we learned how to do a priming exercise when we went to the Tony Robbins event. I don't know that I've posted it ever in our team page. I will post it there after this call, but do it, you guys, every freaking day. Start with like 5 days a week. Start with 5, even 3. Start with 3 days a week and do it. And come to me when you're done and tell me how it made you feel. Because it's kind of crazy, the stuff that you visualize and the stuff that comes to you when your mind is still and you're really like focused on this thing. It's crazy, you guys. And a lot of people that do it, they come to me and they're like, I don't know why every single time I do that, I cry. Me, every single time I do it, I cry. But every single thing that I said that, okay, I'm visualizing this is going to happen, it happened, you guys. And sometimes it's not a good thing because sometimes I'm visualizing bad things. So if you're telling yourself something like there's this goal you want to hit and you're like, I'm going to do it. And in the back of your mind, like, no, like that's not going to happen. It still happens to us. It still happens to us, but we're able to pick it up quicker and we're able to switch it. Sometimes we can't switch it right away, but we're able to pick it up. So the more you do it, the easier it'll become. So if I don't post it tonight, somebody call me out. Where is, what's her name? Jessica. Jessica likes to call me out. Jessica, if you're on this call me out. If I don't post it tonight, tag me tomorrow morning to make sure I post it.
Yeah, I think I love that too, because those voices in the back of our heads, I like that Jermaine pointed that out. They don't go away. We still hear them. I still hear them all the time. The key is to be aware of what your thoughts are. Okay, the key is to be aware of what you're thinking and what you're holding yourself back from because of those self-limiting beliefs. Okay, so there's obviously, you guys see how this is just like one large cycle, how social media transitions into attraction marketing, which transitions into attracting your tribe, which transitions into manifestation, which transitions into your power of thoughts. Like, do you see how it really is like one fluid movement? So when we talk about systems, these are kind of what we're referring to, you guys. Do you see how that is really like a fluid movement? It all kind of flows together, okay? And truly, it only is going to work when they're all flowing together. Something's going to stall. I kind of think of it like when there's like water, like, those like wheels or whatever, and they have like water that are pushing the wheels, like they have them like on the end of boats sometimes and stuff. I kind of think of it like that. Like if you stop working one part of this cycle, it's not going to work. The thing's going to get stuck. It needs that fluid motion all the way around, from all parts, from your mindset, from your social media, from what you're thinking in your thoughts, like to what you're sharing publicly, right? Like it really all kind of really does flow together, and it's like a working machine. It works the best when it's together. Okay. So that's what we're trying to show you guys and to help guide you guys through these processes. Be patient with yourselves. If you are, do something new like meditation and you find your mind wandering, it's okay. Like this is going to happen. Be patient with yourself. It takes time, but be aware of what you're thinking. Okay. And so, that's all I got for you guys. Meg, Jermaine, do you guys have anything else you want to add? I think You guys, let me see what I've got over here.
I will say, you guys, I keep telling myself that I am skinny and it's not working. So you might not want to use that one. You got to do the work, I guess, apparently. You can't just, I am your way to life.
That'd be baller, though. That'd be really cool. Practice more and more daily. That is for sure.
And stop complaining. Yeah. So you guys, complaining is a good thing. If you get a complaint to your brain, if you sit down one day and you're like, oh my God, somebody is not doing XYZ, write it down. Because your complaints, that's what you need to work on. So turn it into something good. Like stop the complaining, use it as something to push you into working, to growing something better.
You want to know what I do? I turn it around right into gratitude. I'm annoyed with somebody. Like, let's use Craig as an example. I'm like, I'm annoyed with Craig. He just really pissed me off. He didn't put the dishes in the dishwasher, whatever. I go and I write down, I'm super thankful for Craig because he is helpful for me for whatever reason. Like, you know, and I mean, there's many times that he is, I mean, I'm not saying I do this every single time, but when I really find myself getting into a funk, that's a really good thing to do, you guys, is take what you're frustrated and angry about and turn it into gratitude. So, yeah, it's a process, you guys. Be patient with yourselves. And have fun with it because it's a good life. So, I'm glad this was a great Zoom. Oh, I love you guys. You're so sweet. Okay, guys. Well, that's all we have for you guys tonight. We love and appreciate you. Happy freaking September, you guys. Can you believe we're in the Burr month? Let's go. It's going to be a big month. Big month. Let's go hit those goals. We'll see you guys all next week. Tomorrow, FYI, don't forget, newbie call. Megan's hosting. So we'll share all the deets tomorrow. So we'll see you guys then. Till next week. Adios, friends. Bye, y'all.